Good evening and welcome to Icu Tv main news. We'll take a look at the stories making headlines. Police reaffirms commitment to constitutional rights ahead of planned November 26 demonstration. DPP sounds alarm over raising digital gender-based violence in Zambia. 600 megawatts Sinazongwe power plant makes steady progress, government confirmed. In international news, Ukraine Olas voiced concern over US plan to end war. In our sports news, Dynamos gear up to tough CAF Champions League test. With the news in details, my name is Ruth Mirongo. The Zambian Police Service says it has taken note for remarkable by Archbishop Ignatius Chama regarding the peaceful demonstration reportedly planned for 28 November by the Oasis Forum. In a statement, Police Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilaba said the service remains committed to upholding constitutional rights, including freedom of assembly, association, and expression, as long as they are exercised within the cuffing of the law. Mr. Chilamba welcomes the Archbishop's emphasis on peace and lawful conduct, noting that the Church's stance against violence and disorder aligns with the moderate of the police. He reminded organizers and public that all public gathering must comply with the Public Order Act, which requires notifying the police to facilitate security arrangement. He stressed that the police have a duty to protect life and property and will not allow any gathering that risks public safety and disrupt essential services. The police encouraged organizers for the planned demonstration to continue engaging through established channels, warning that any lawful assemblies or act of provocation will attract firm and lawful actions. Health Africa in Zambia says strengthened community health intervention has led to a strengthened reduction in malaria cases among pregnant women and children under the age of 5. Mr. Chewe says the decided community health worker has helped increase malaria awareness, improve early detection, and promote preventive practices among livelihood, contributed to fewer malaria-related cases across the community.
My name is Brian Chirwa. I'm the malaria elimination officer at Mpika District Health Office in Mpika. We have 20 health facilities in our district, and AMREF is supporting 15 out of those 20 facilities. We have benefited support from AMREF starting from 2024 in the areas of community structures, especially in our district. So far, they have trained 180 CBVs. These are community health workers who are trained in community case management and the community change agents who are trained in social behavior change, mainly focused on interpersonal communication. So what this support has brought to the district is very, I can say, very great in the sense that we have continued to record trends in the reduction of malaria in the district. I can talk about the incidents because these community health workers are treating the cases right there in the community. So we have seen a decrease in the incidence of malaria in under 5 children as well as in the pregnant women. We have also seen increased knowledge by our community members through the CCAs who are doing these community dialogues, health talks, as well as household visits, just to enlighten the community on the malaria preventive measures that we are implementing as a district. So I can say this partnership with AMREF has really been a game changer for our district, which is in Mpika district, because we have seen these health statistics that I'm talking about, the reduction in incidence as well as case fatality rate. We have very few people who are dying from malaria in our district. But these statistics just don't end on health statistics at the health level. We have seen these impact direct at the community. What do I mean direct at the community? At household level, we've seen children waking up without malaria, children waking up very healthy, going to school, and even the parents themselves, they are not losing time to these malaria cases, because we have seen a reduction in the malaria cases. So as a district, we are very grateful to AMREF for the support, because they have really helped us in capacity building of our CHWs, the facilities and the community, owning the information or the data that is being generated, because there's that strong coordination between the community and the health facility. So that means this coordination can really help us to reduce malaria in the district, Mpika district. So the support has been great, and we have seen the confidence in the health system by the community because of that coordination between the community as well as the facility.
The Director of Public Prosecution, Gilbert Piri, has raised concern over the growing case of digital gender-based violence in Zambia. Speaking in Kitwe, Mr. Piri warned that as more people rely on technology, online platforms are increasingly becoming spaces where women and girls face harassment and abuse. Mr. Piri says prosecutions are using anonymous to hide their identity while engaging in cyberbullying, hateful speech, and other forms of online violence. He revealed that government is now moving to introduce law aimed at curbing the misuse of digital platforms and protecting vulnerable groups from technology-facilitated abuse. The DPP made the remark during the Girls Intergenerational Dialogue Against Gender-Based Violence, an event held of this year's 16th Day of Advocatism campaign. The national commemoration began on November 25th. This year's theme, United to End Digital Violence Against All Women and Girls, highlights the urgent need of collective actions from communities, policymakers, and technology used to ensure safer online space for all. The government says construction of 600 megawatts thermal power plant in Sinazongwe, Southern Province, is progressing steadily, with major works already underway. The project is being developed by Evergreen Energy Company Limited, a joint venture between Wonderful Group and United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Company Limited. According to officials, the power plant will be completed in phase, beginning with the first 150 megawatts expected in July 2026, followed by another 150 megawatts in October the same year.
Wonderful Group, a diversified industrial institution, is working on 600 megawatts thermal power plant project right here in Sinazongwe, Southern Province of Zambia. Okay, and so the project, estimated to cost about 600 million United States dollars, aims to address Zambia's power deficit and support economic growth. Project details: location right here in Sinazongwe, Southern Province, capacity 600 megawatts, ownership Evergreen Energy Company Limited. Okay, and so the project is expected to create jobs, stimulate economic growth, and enhance regional trade. Wonderful Group has applied for certain statutes to be done, which have already been committed by the government of the Republic of Zambia. And so let's talk about the impact of this particular project. Job creation. The project will create thousands of jobs, stimulating economic growth and reducing unemployment. Economic growth. The project will boost Zambia's economy, increase trade, and strengthen the country's position as a key player in regional and global chains, of course. Energy security. This particular project will help address Zambia's power deficit, supporting economic growth and, of course, development. Zambia is also diversifying its energy mix with a focus on renewable, like the president has stated so many times.
We also heard that the company will spend close to 450 million US dollars, and 30 million US dollars will be used for the development of the coal mine. And of course, they have plans in future to expand their coal mining venture here. And probably they may also increase the power generation from here as well.
Zambia has recorded 569 cholera cases and 9 deaths since the outbreak began in August. Minister of Health Elijah Muchima has confirmed, speaking in Parliament. Dr. Muchima said 556 patients has been recorded and been discharged, while 4 remain under medical care, including 1 currently hospitalized. The minister explained that the outbreak was first detected in Northern Province, which remains the hardest hit. He said a targeted vaccination campaign in affected districts has achieved 99% coverage, helping ascertain the spread of the disease. A separate cluster in Mongu district of Southern Province has so far recorded 36 cases. Mr. Muchima says the government's response includes vaccination, community engagement, and strengthened clinical readiness, with teams on the ground working to prevent further transmission. He urged the public to practice good hygiene, drink treated water, and seek medical attention quickly when the symptoms appear. We take our first break. Stay tuned for more news.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back. Over 34,000 farmers in Lusaka province have successfully redeemed their farming input for the 2025-2026 agriculture season. The development represents a 50% possession rate as of 21 November 2025. Lusaka province principal public relation Logic Lukwanda says the redeemed inputs are part of the former input support program, which has so far recorded deposit of 4,257 farmers across the province. Mr. Lukwanda explains that some farmers made their deposit through May sales to the Food Reserve Agency, while others deposited directly using their available payment channels. He added that the number of beneficiaries are expected to continue rising as a reduction exercise is still underway. Surgeons at the University Teaching Hospital Adult Hospital have successfully conducted 11 kidney transplants this year, placing the institution just 4 procedures away from meeting its 2025 target of 15. The achievement comes after a highly intense surgical strike in which 3 transplants were completed within 3 days between 19 and 21 November. The operation formed part of the specialized transplant camp held in partnership with the American College of Surgeons Global Initiative, a government-supported collaboration designed to strengthen local experts and reduce reliance on foreign medical services. Senior Medical Superintendent Dr. Charles Mbewe described the milestone as a strong indication that Zambia is edging closer to full medical self-sufficiency in transplant service. National Coordinator Dr. Angry Momba confirmed that the hospital is fully on course to meet and possibly extend its target, with more procedures planned before the end of the year. Leading the transplant team was Dr. Victor Mupalanga, supported by Dr. Bas Mawandi, Dr. Michael Silumbe, and Dr. Emmanuel Lucci, earning praises for their passion and executing the complex operation. All patients who underway the procedures are reported to be recovering well. Visiting ACS surgeon Dr. Amilu commended the team's progress, citing that Zambian doctors have demonstrated the capacity to full take over the program, according to UTH. Spokesperson Mwiza Muya, the hospital experts, to achieve full independence and transplant operation by the end of 2026. You're still watching Icu Tv main news. We'll take a short break, and coming up is international and sports news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back. In our international news, Ukraine allies from Europe, Canada, and Japan has voiced concern over the US plan to end the Russia-Ukraine war, saying it will require additional work. In a statement, they said the plan had elements essential for just and lasting peace, but cited concern over border change and limitation on Ukraine force. Security officials from the UK, France, Germany, and Security officials from the UK, France, Germany, the US, and Ukraine will now meet in Giovanni on Sunday. President earlier warned Ukraine force one of the most difficult moments in our history over pressure from the US to accept the plan linked details and which are seen as favorable for Moscow. Still in our international news, Ukraine Prime Minister has arrived in Johannesburg, South Africa to attend the annual G20 summit, a gathering of the world's 20 largest economies. The summit provides a platform for global leadership to discuss strength, security, and economic cooperation. The visit would also focus on strengthening support for UK business abroad, with the Prime Minister highlighting the role of international engagement in promoting trade and investment. Additionally, the Prime Minister is expected to discuss continued support for the UK allies, including measures to reinforce and diplomatic backing for Ukraine. Despite the summit, former US President Donald Trump has decided not to attend, citing claims of persecution against white people in South Africa, which has been widely disputed. The Prime Minister's presence underlines the UK government's commitments to international diplomacy and using global forums to advance economic and political interests. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news. Welcome back, and in our sports news, Power Dynamos football clubs return to CAF Champions League actions tonight as they take on Moroccan giant SB Brakan in a crucial group stage encounter at the Brakan Municipal Stadium. The match is scheduled to kick off at 21 hours. The Zambian champions are targeting a strong start to their group stage campaign, with coach Oswald Mutapa determined to field his best squad for the demanding fixtures. Mutapa acknowledges the challenge ahead of the insisting his team is prepared to fight for the favorable results. Despite being viewed as underdogs on paper, Power Dynamos remains a side capable of delivering surprises on the continental stage. Their current form has boosted confidence within the squad, and the team believes they can rise in the occasion. A positive result tonight would set the tone for their quest to progress beyond the group stage, an achievement that has heralded many Zambian clubs to recent years. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, let's take a look at the story that made headlines. Police reaffirms commitment to constitutional right ahead of planned November 28 demonstration. DPP sounds alarm over raising digital gender-based violence in Zambia. 600 megawatts Sinazongwe power plant makes steady progress, government confirms. In international news, Ukraine allies voice concern over US plan to end war. And in our sports news, Power Dynamos gear up for the TAF Cup Champions League test. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, stay glued to our Facebook page, which is ICU, and our website icutvzm.com. Good evening.